one of the number.
Before I continue with my message,
This woman is nuts.
Yeah. We back. Everybody hit the like button, please. Everybody hit the like button, please. The more you like, the more people are coming to the live chat. I'm looking to meet a $10 live stream goal to keep me on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Yeah, as well as in the description. If we're counting super chat and super stickers, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal to stay on 2 hours. This is kind of a special episode. I got triggered into doing this live stream. I don't know if I would have did it live otherwise. But we're gonna talk about something. Don't talk about something. But let's start with just a video and then we'll get into it.
That are in their 30s and single right now can relate to me on this. So I am 34. I wonder if any women that are in their 30s and single right now can relate to me on this. So I am 34 and I am single. I live alone. I'm in the UK. I would love children, and I, of course, would love that fantasy dream relationship.
Oh, yeah. So already you're retarded based off that last sentence. Before you even got into it, just saying you're 34, living alone, single in the UK, the first thing that pop up in my head with women like this is you made all the wrong decisions for 2 decades on the dating market. That's the only way a woman gets here, by making every single wrong decision she can make on the dating market for 20 years consistently. Pretty much damn near no exceptions. I mean, if she was a widow, that'd be something different. But if she's not a widow and she's single at 34, living alone, yada, 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 never married, no kids, it's because she made all the wrong decisions. Not once or twice, not 3 or 4 times, 20, 25, 30 times. So all of your tear ducts should be dry over there on the other side of this internet. Let's just start there. Like, oh my goodness, let me record this episode. You know, I don't know if I should do shorts. I don't know if shorts help your channel or hurt your channel. I don't know if I should do shorts on the new channel. It's more work for me. I really don't want to do. Here, let me let the dog in and we'll get back into this horse shit. But no, let me touch on this real quick. The dog can stay out in the cold for a few more minutes. Of course, it's because they got it written right there. Let's read it. Of course, I would love that fantasy dream relationship. Relationships aren't a fantasy and a dream. Grow the fuck up. You're not a child anymore. Life isn't Disney. You haven't realized that at 34, she's not fit to be in control of her own life. If you 34 still talking about, I'm looking for a fantasy dream relationship, how do you make it in a practical way through the day? See, I guess these women know that they can't approach their job and career with this type of mentality, dreams and fantasies. The motherfucking project got a deadline, and if it ain't on my table at the end of the week, you're fired. Yeah, they know they can't play that fantasy shit in their careers. Yeah, look, we already know why you're single. Just this last sentence right here explains why you're still single at 34. You're looking for something that doesn't exist, and if it did exist, he wouldn't want your old washed up, damaged, ran through ass. So it's over. See, for women like this, there is no happiness in her future because if she does finally settle, she'll resent him for the rest of his life, and she's gonna make his life a living hell. See, the girl we went over yesterday, she's still young enough to save it. And I saw enough of a spark of some femininity in her and some genuineness in her for her to still be able to maybe save it. But like women like this, 34, she looked 44, sure body count in the triple digits. This is over. I truly think this is over. And you can tell like she looks old as fuck. Like I don't even know she can't be 34. I feel bad for her if she's 34. See, white girls can't afford to party hard and smoke cigarettes and shit. They're not black. White cracks. Like, no, my goodness. I gotta stop saying like. I'm gonna work on that. But because it's only downhill from here. You could tell when she was 20, she was attractive. That attractiveness is over with. She looked 50. Like she looked like a woman you would say she looks good for 50. She's had a rough life on those streets. She's been rode hard and put away wet. And now she looked depressed and mentally ill. Sad, man. It's fucking sad. And she's still talking like a 12-year-old on the internet. Look, I hope God have mercy on her soul. I don't wish any ill on her, but this is just sick.
Fantasy dream relationship.
Yet another guy's hopeless romantic, looking for love in this cruel world, but men guys are not up to the task, you know, there's just not enough good men for these hopeless romantics to find that dreamy fantasy relationship.
Let me touch on this because I'll touch on the title right now. I will touch on the title right now. Are women either used or bored? Are those the two options on the table for most women? I think so. If a man's not a dominant alpha male telling her what it is and what it ain't, and so-called using her and controlling her and making her cook and clean and be a good woman and wanting head on demand and stuff, they get bored with the nice good guy who's emotionally intelligent, never makes her do anything she doesn't want to do and all that. They get bored with him quick. So yeah, the two options on the table for women, based on the narrative that these women try to spew of alpha males are born or alpha males are a-usive. Yes, those are the two options, ladies. Do you either want to be a-used, so-called, or bored? Those are the two options on the table for you sick fucks. The truth is, they love a man who got the balls to treat them like I mean, I know what the perfect balance is. I think I have a good idea of what that perfect balance is of being a good person as a man to a woman, but also being an a-hole to her at the same time and balancing that. Most men can't balance it. Most men are gonna fall into just being too toxic or being too nice. It's a very small percentage of men who know how to balance nice and asshole to manage a bitch. Um, but let's be very clear. If women had to choose, they're picking a use. If they had to pick nice guy treatment, boring nice guy treatment for a lifetime, or a use for a lifetime, a lot of women are picking a use for a lifetime. Or they're just picking never dealing with a man again. They'll go gay or something, or they'll just be celibate or whatever. But they're not picking the good treatment from a nice guy. Period. Most women aren't picking that for a lifetime. They would either they would either rather pick a use for a lifetime or just don't deal with men no more. So let me put it like this. Point I'm trying to make is they're not picking nice guy treatment for a lifetime no matter what. So they'll either wait for Mr. Alpha Prince Charming who know how to balance both, which is Mr. 3% or something, or they rather choose a use for a lifetime, or they rather choose just stay single and don't deal with men. I feel strongly that most women would not be happy or content with wholesome, righteous, nice guy treatment from a really good man for a lifetime. They would be more happy with either one of those other 3 I just said. Really what women are in love with is the unpredictable aspect of the bad boy. Really just women just wanna be anything but bored. I'll just say that. Women wanna be anything but bored and anything but held accountable and anything but responsible. That's what they're picking over a stable, good life with a good man. I'm gonna say it one more time before we start the video back, just to sum up the title. Would women rather be used or bored? Most women would rather be used than bored. Maybe not extremely used, but they would pick a form of use over boredom.
World, but men, guys, are not up to the task. You know, there's just not enough good men for these hopeless romantics to find that dreamy fantasy relationship. Am I right, guys? So welcome back to the channel. Another day, another 30 plus something year old woman, guys, with no luck in the love scene. Let's get started with this one. And then I have a few other TikToks, guys, an article story, and you won't believe it, but I have a few citations, guys. Yes, on today's episode, we're gonna cover somewhat of a study. To all the people that say, "Oh, Hidan, you're pulling all this narrative out of your arse." Okay, I'm gonna show you the studies, all right, the peer-reviewed studies, guys. But before all that, let's get started with this one, guys. Please like and subscribe, and let's see what this woman has to offer. Not a lot in a relationship, that is.
However, I'm not willing to settle. And
Famous last words.
a friend asked me the other day, how do I feel about the thought, like what does it make me feel when I think about bringing a relationship into my life? And it actually really got me questioning whether I actually even want a relationship. But because when it comes down to it, it's like, I don't want mediocre love. Like, I am not accepting that. I am not.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Toots. Yeah. You wouldn't even be able to provide mediocre love to a man. Have you considered that he would be settling for you? You would be below average love. You're not a good person, ma'am. That's how a woman gets to 34 and still single, by not being a good person romantically. He would be settling for below average love. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I agree. But look, I agree with her. She should stay single because I don't want her to ruin some good man's life.
Not settling. I've been on a good few dates. It's down to it's like, I don't want mediocre love. Like, I am not accepting that. I am not settling. I've been on a good few dates recently with some nice men. Two. I've been on 2 dates recently with nice men. There was nothing wrong with these men, but they just weren't it. And it was on like both.
It just wasn't it, guys. You know, the spark wasn't there. Oh, I know, sister. I know all about that.
I think
By the way, both of them could have been her husband, right? Like both these dudes can add up to the count of 36 other men in the.
Look, of course she's stuck in the AD loop.
They get stuck in this endless trap of all the men I want don't want me and or are already married, or the men who want me, I don't want them. So they end up like stuck in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If she meets the guy of her dreams, okay, let's break it down like this. Everybody hit the like button. If she meets the guy of her dreams, and let's just say he do like her back, she's still gonna sabotage you. Even if Mr. Perfect come along and he feeling her too, and you want to get married and have kids and this and that, this woman knows she don't deserve him. She want him. Yeah, a big part of her brain want him, but deep down in her soul, she knows she don't deserve him. So she's subconsciously going to sabotage the relationship because she knows she don't belong with him. And here's the thing: if he's Mr. Perfect, Mr. Good Man, hard working, this and that, she can't live up to being the female version of that. That's gonna drive her insane. That's gonna send her to the loony bin, even trying to live up to the feminine version of how great he is. She knows she can't fucking live up to that. And I gotta make a live stream about that. Women don't really want high value men because they can't live up to high value men's standards. It terrifies them to even try. All she know how to be is a selfish piece of shit, a degenerate, selfish piece of shit. That's what she's been the past 20 years. So just because she meet Mr. Perfect, she's all of a sudden gonna be a wholesome, good, conservative woman? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Okay, message to my future self, because I'm probably gonna chop this episode up for some reason. Message to my future self. I didn't press record at the absolute beginning of this stream. So find the original version and screen record like the first 5 or 10 minutes and splice it with this recording. Let's continue. I want to go over a song by how many people we got in here? 7 people. Everybody hit the like button. I want to go over a song by this new bitch. I guess it's supposed to be a big popular feminist song now. It's called Labor by Paris Paloma. I want to break down that bullshit for show, for show. Um, get back into it.
By the way, both of them could have been her husband, right? Like both these dudes can add up to the count of 36 other men in the past she could have chosen and dated and probably had a very happy and fulfilling life with, right? But they just simply aren't enough, guys, because hey, there's always something better, and I'm sure it's right around the corner, madam. So what are you, 34? Just around the corner, I tell you, like probably next week is gonna happen. This was posted 1 day ago, guys. It probably already happened. The law of her life, guys, materialized already.
Let's be clear about that real quick. One of the sad parts of all this is, yeah, these women dismiss probably 10 husbands that they could have been happy with in their lifetime, minimum. Minimum. I- That's me being conservative. Yeah, that's the sad part. They actually could have been happy. Well, not now. But in her 20s, there were plenty of good dudes who she dismissed because she didn't like their shoes that she genuinely would have been happy with. And honestly, hey, it's maybe even possible that one of the guys she just dismissed this last couple of weeks, she could have been genuinely happy with one of those guys. But she can't get off her fucking high horse. She still thinks she's some type of prize. A 34-year-old woman who looks 54 with a soul from hell thinks she's some type of prize to be had that Prince Charming got to come pull up on a horse and take her off. But see, said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I say the same thing every stream. When she's laying in bed at night at 3 a.m. looking at the sky, she knows she's a piece of shit on a dating market. All this "I'm not gonna settle" shit, it's cope. It's fucking cope, and it's false bravado. She knows she's dog shit on the romantic dating market. She knows she can't be a good woman to a good man. And I'm willing to bet there's been plenty of times where she actually did meet a guy that she genuinely liked, and I'm willing to bet there's been a few times that she did meet a guy who she genuinely liked and thought was great, and he liked her, and she ran away because it scared her. The work that it would take for her to actually become a good woman scared her, so she sabotaged it or got on her running shoes and bounced.
Because hey, there's always something better, and I'm sure it's right around the corner, madam. So what are you, 34? Just around the corner, I tell you, like, probably next week is gonna happen. This was posted 1 day ago, guys. It probably already happened. The love of her life, guys, materialized already.
For both of these men equally, we both thought we knew it wasn't it, you know? And I just, one, I wonder if I'm asking for too much, and I refuse to believe that's a thing. I've also had friends in the past tell me to lower my standards. I'm sorry, what?
Break this down real quick too. She said, "Oh, we both just knew it wasn't it." So what does that tell you? If even the guys you don't like don't see the value in you, why do you think Mr. Top 5 percenter will see the value in you? And that's what a lot of these women don't get. They want these top 5% men, but it's like the bottom 95% of men don't even like your ass. So first, become likable to the bottom 95 percenters before you try to get a top 5 percenter. How about that? If the bottom 95 percenters find you unbearable, don't even think about the top 5 percenters. But they don't get it. Because the bottom 95% is going to have more patience and grace for your bullshit. You see what I'm saying? The top 5%, he's not going to talk to you longer than 10 seconds. He already going to pick up on it and just bounce.
If I'm asking for too much, and I refuse to believe that's a thing. I've also had friends in the past tell me to lower my standards. I'm sorry, what? No. But also, am I willing to let someone in that isn't incredible? No. Like, I'm so at peace with being alone.
Yes.
Yeah. There's so much damage, hurt, and pain behind these statements. I'm so at peace with being alone. How did you end up alone at 34? Not because your dating life has been going great this past 20 years. The undertone is I've done the healing. I'm at peace now. I've been through the trauma. Yeah, who wants a traumatized, damaged bitch who got a social media account that she makes cringy videos on? Nobody wants that. Nobody cares about how much at peace you are, especially men who are incredible. Men who are incredible can see through your bullshit like I can. It would never date you. Have you ever considered that?
I'm so at peace with being alone.
Yes. Don't mind all the guys that she has let in the past and were not incredible. In fact, we're quite trashy dudes. But she let them in, guys, for all the reasons. Not you, though. You have to be the equivalent of Jesus Christ if you want to be this woman's dating partner.
That it's going to take a lot for someone to enter my life in that way. Can anyone else relate? Because I equally would love children, and I am so aware that I am 34. And I ain't getting any younger. Time.
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay. And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay. That marriage is for her to show to other people that she can fix her past that she messed up. The only reason she's even existing in the world is because one, she doesn't have the courage to kill herself, and two, people don't want to start problems and just throw her out of a room because she's useless to society. So that's the reason why they kind of just linger around for the next 30, 40 years. Like they really just linger. Like nobody really cares about them. Unless they're just get horny for a little minute, and then as soon as the horniness is gone, the woman's off to just lingering around. She just lingers, looking for any spare attention.
I was just thinking about, you know what I was just thinking about? If it wasn't for social media attention, women like this would probably just delete themselves. And I mean, I don't want that to happen. I want her to grow and become a grown woman and stuff, but I just thought about that. If these women couldn't cut on their phone and have fake Instagram and TikTok friends and likes, they would probably just delete themselves. This woman probably would delete herself if she couldn't cut on this phone and talk to people she doesn't know.
Like a lot for someone to enter my life in that way. Can anyone else relate? Because I equally would love children, and I am so aware that I am 34. And I ain't getting any younger. Time's not slowing down. Yeah, does anyone else relate to that? Like, I am so happy being alone, and I would quite happily spend a year not dating. But I do really want a relationship.
Okay, cool. So you're basically okay, cool. So you're basically admitting everything you just said 3 seconds before was bullshit. I'm so happy being alone, but I really want a relationship. Do y'all see how that don't add up? I'm really happy in that peace alone, but I'm about to cry talking about how I want a relationship.
Got your ass.
This woman right here, yeah. This woman right here reminds me of Big Booty Cunty B. Y'all know who Cunty B is if you follow my channel. Fat Booty Cunty B. He found. Hold on. Yeah, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking to meet a $10 live stream goal. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Anyway, let's talk about Cunty B real quick. Cunty B found her boyfriend at, I think at 30. Wait, hold on, let me think about it. Around 30. Was it 30, 31? It was around 30, I believe. See, and things get real shaky for women at 30. At 30, it's time to pull the trigger. It's time to pull the trigger. I'll say between. See, Kevin Samuels called it, I guess, the danger zone. He said from 27 to 35. I would make it. I would say it's even shorter than that. Let me take a swig and think about it. Think about a woman's timeline after 30. She's been fucking off her youth and all that, and she's damaged and broken, typical 304. But then when she get about 28, it's like, wait a minute. Never been married, no kids. My clock is ticking. Geriatric pregnancy is at 35. So this is how they figure. If I meet a guy, I want to get to know him and hang out with him and enjoy him for a couple of years. You know, while we see if we like each other, or even if we do like each other, enjoy each other for 2 years. And then I want to be married before we have kids. So after 2 years, if he engaged, that's a year engagement. So that's 3 years. And then if we start trying to have a kid immediately after, it can take up to a year to get pregnant. So that's 4 years. So that's 4 years that she got to consider to try to do all that before geriatric pregnancy. So the real danger zone is 28 to 31. Well, let's just call it 27 to 31. This is the RB Sensei danger zone. It's the time when a woman has to get super laser focused on about. It's the time when a woman has to get super laser focused about meeting her goals with a man. It really is settle time. If she want to meet her goals, it's settle time between 27 and 31. So this woman is pretty much out of time. She's pretty much out of time. She's already 34. She's going on 35. This is probably an old video. She's probably already 35. See, this is when they try to have a buzzer beater family in 10 seconds, and men can sniff it from a mile away. That's probably why the two guys she went on a date with earlier this week or whatever was just like, nah, I don't see a match. Because she was probably talking about, well, can you see yourself married with kids, or what's your timeline? It was like, no, I'm good. I'm getting the fuck out of here. She's trying to speed rush her family. Nope. She's trying to rush her family in 3 seconds. Nope. I'm good. Um, so Cunty B, I think Cunty B met her current boyfriend when she was 30. And we was talking about this before. Like, did she settle? Did she settle? I mean, say this. Every woman isn't a height queen. I know on the internet it seems like that, but every woman really isn't a height queen and a six-figure queen. But this is the thing you gotta know about women. You gotta be above average in some category for a woman to be remotely interested. So Cunty B's boyfriend is really fit. And I mean, he's an above average looking guy too. So the combination of those two made her be able to fuck with him. I just put it like that. He's not particularly tall, but he's fit and fairly handsome. He has a regular middle class job, but the combination of all those things made her be able to fuck with him. But I'm pretty sure she probably wouldn't have fucked with him at 21, 22, 23. But she had to make a practical decision. The bright side is I think she actually does like him. Like when she got to know him and they got together, she actually does like him and really is genuinely into him and not just using him to have a buzzer beater family. At least that's how I read it.
And I would quite happily spend a year not dating. But I do really want a relationship.
But she's so happy. Don't worry about it, guys. Oh, Hiran, I think she's scoping. No. She's really happy. All right. She's really happy. Did you get that? But I love, guys, the part where she says, I'm alone, you know, I'm single. And then she says, I could go for a year without dating. Yeah, because it turns out this woman has never spent more than 5 days without actively getting attention, validation, sex, resources, dates, and all the things that come with a relationship. Like, women, guys, have no idea what it actually means to be alone. Like, no idea. I mean, they'll get a taste of it, don't worry about it. But, you know, it's like, my hell. I could go for... I'm happy being single, but I could go for even 5 days without going on a date. Okay.
Break that down real quick. Yeah. Women like this are never truly lonely because she can always get somebody to come over and fuck her and maybe hold her for a couple hours max. She can always get that. She can always go on a date. Any night where she's just bone crushingly lonely, even though that doesn't make sense, she can just call a guy or she can accept a date from a dating app. She can get taken out any night of the week. She can get fucked any night of the week. So yeah, a woman like this will never really experience loneliness the way most men do. Because even when she's 75, she can get some guy to take her probably on a date and come over and fuck her when she's ugly, old, and 75. I'm gonna touch on this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna get vulnerable with you guys for a second. I remember I was going through a drought or whatever. I forgot how long I was single, but that's neither here nor there. I don't want to tell y'all because it might sound like losers. I was in a drought, whatever. I was looking to date. And here's the thing, when you're lonely or when you're going through a drought, with every failed date, it's a harder depressing blow. With every failed talking stage and every failed date, you get more depressed. So just because she's going on a lot of dates doesn't mean she's happy, or just because she can never truly be lonely because she's always got options of dudes to come give her some attention. With every failed talking stage and situationship, she gets more down and out. Trust me, I know the feeling from personal experience.
It's like my hell. I could go for. I'm happy being single, but I could go for even 5 days without going on a date. Okay, chill your titties, you know. You're not actually single. Like maybe by law you are. You know, you're not technically married. But sorry, I mean, if you're having sex and you're going on dates and you're kissing men all the time and all this thing, I mean, you're getting what things that should be supposedly reserved for a relationship. Like you're not having a real experience of what it means to be single. Is all I'm meaning to say. And if you want to be the lucky man, guys, who'll put a ring on that finger, oh, just so you know, she comes pre-fucked. And she has a body count, guys, in the upper double digits, like for certain. This woman is not celibate, nor is any woman that is quote-unquote waiting for the right one.
But not with a mediocre man. Like, does that make sense? Or is it just this climate at the minute? Like, are all men just mediocre? Like, dating apps are tragic, right?
Seriously, I I hate to keep stopping it, but ma'am, you're below mediocre. I mean, is she just basing it off of? Of course, she's just basing it off of shallow and superficial. But even in the looks, like, I mean, you're not ugly, but I mean, you're 5 or 6 at best. You're mid at best, and internally, you're zero, negative 10,000. So you got a lot of nerve calling men mediocre. Every man who you scoff at swiping is 10,000 times a better person than you.
Make sense? Or is it just this climate at the minute? Like, are all men just mediocre? Like, dating apps are tragic, right? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you can relate.
Are all men in the world worse than me, guys? Is the question of this woman. Like, is any of you, mere mortals, you dirty peasants, is any of you up to my level? Whatever you say, sweetie. But let's move on to this one, guys. This
So, guys, I want to go over this feminist song that I think is getting popular. It's called Labor by Paris Paloma. Obviously, I can't play the audio. But we're gonna go through the lyrics. Shit is so fucking stupid. Why are you hanging on so tight to the rope that I'm hanging from? Let's stop it right there. So already, what up, Sheila? Already, it's with the victim story. She's already trying to paint a victim story. The man is holding on so tight to the rope she's hanging from. But maybe it's a metaphor. Let's hear her out. Ooh, blueberry pancakes. I would love to have some, Sheila. Sounds delicious. Off this island, this was an escape plan, okay? Carefully timed it, so let me go. I'm lost now. And dive into the waves below. Who tends the orchids? Who fixes up the gables? Emotional torture from the head of your high table. Oh, here we go. Look, lady, I, I'm not saying there aren't guys out there who use women and emotionally torture them, but those are the guys y'all go after. Y'all love the bad boys until things start getting really bad, and then you want to complain about them. Don't complain to me about them, because I'm just gonna say it now. For every woman who's been abused by a man, that same woman turned down 50 nice guys. So I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. I'm not saying it's right, but I just don't want to hear about it. Oh, your boyfriend blacked your eye? Oh well, not my problem. Is it right? No, but it ain't my problem. And I also don't know the whole story. I'm pretty sure you wasn't just sitting there eating some Pringles and he just blacked your eye. So yeah, I don't care. Get away from me, lady. Because for every guy who blacked women's eyes, there was 50 guys that never got replies. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck that shit. Y'all ever notice a y'all ever notice woman beaters and rapists and gangbangers and shit? They're never single. But the nice guy you know who's a complete sweetheart can't get a bitch to save his life. Y'all don't ever notice that? The nigga who known to beat a bitch up can't keep him off with a stick. The nigga that's known to sell a bitch into prostitution can't beat him off with a stick. I don't feel sorry for bitches. I don't. I'm sorry. When they get abused and beat and all this shit, I don't feel sorry. Because it was 50 guys who tried to bring her flowers and take her on a nice date and hold the door for her. And she laughed in their face and rejected them. And she wrote a fucking book report on all the reasons why she couldn't fuck with him. A 20-page book report on it. So yeah, I don't feel sorry. It goes back to the title of this stream. It goes back to the title of this stream. Are women either abused or bored? Yeah, they'd rather be abused than be bored. Facts. They'd rather be abused by the bad boy than sitting there stuck, bored with this corny nice guy. I miss when Shank used to choke me up and fuck me hard. Who fetches the water? Oh my goodness. From the Rocky Mountain spring. Oh, really? Okay. And walk back down again. Poor girl, to feel your words in their sharp sting. And I'm getting fucking tired. Let's stop again. You know, if these women are abused, there's so much resources out there now. Why not leave? And they keep going back when they do. After some time, it comes a choice. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So this woman is painting a picture where women are. This is a stupid song. I mean, I'm assuming this song is reminiscing about the old days, but yeah, see, they can't use any modern references because women aren't fucking fetching water from the mountain springs anymore. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I get it as just a song, but stop it. And then when she got back with the water from the springs, he still hit her with some harsh words that would sting. Well, run away then, bitch. Run away. But this is what it boils down to. Women don't want to fucking do anything in a relationship, and when they have to do something, they call it abuse and control because they just want to be lazy pieces of shit, swiping on the couch, getting fat. I guess that's a good man, right? A man who lets you do that. Women think having a family is slavery. Well, just don't have a family and keep your stupid feminist songs to yourself. It's so fucking pathetic, this narrative that, oh, if you have kids and you're cooking and cleaning in the house that you live in for the children you made, you're some type of slave. That's fucking retarded. The fuck? What's the alternative? Getting pumped and dumped on dating apps by chads? That's a better life? See, women look at it like this. If I'm not having a soft life, somebody's abusing me. It's either soft life or I'm being abused. If I have to do anything that's hard or go through anything that's hard, somebody's abusing me. Well, some man is abusing me. I got to be held accountable? Abuse. I got to do something other than sit on my ass and just crack legs twice a month? Abuse. It's fucking absurd. And I'm getting fucking tired. Capillaries in my eyes are bursting. If our love died, would that be the worst thing? For somebody I thought was my savior, you sure make me do a whole lot of labor. There it is. They want to be lazy pieces of crap. How dare you make me do something? How dare you make me bring real value to this relationship? And here's my question. Why did you ever fall in love with him in the first place? If he's such a monster. These women want us to believe that these men just become monsters in year 3. They were the ideal guy up to year 3 and then they just became a fucking monster. I don't believe you. You loved it. You loved it then and you love it now. And here's the funny thing. This terrible man she painting in this song, if she go leave him and go get with a nice guy, I bet the nice guy get cheated on by a guy who's just like this, a guy that she just left. The callous skin on my hands is cracking. If our love ended, would that be a bad thing? As the silence hunts our bedchamber, you make me do too much labor. I don't know if they blanked out the hook. I'm assuming it'll come back. Apologies from my tongue. Never yours. Busy lapping from flowing cup and stabbing with your fork. Oh, he's stabbing you with a fork now? I know you're a smart man. So now he's a smart man and weaponize the false incompetence is dominance under guise. So is he this dominant dictator patriarch? Or is he helping do the dishes and not doing them good enough, so he's weaponizing his incompetence? Which one is it? Chuck says working at home is easier than a job. Facts. Most working women dream of staying home and taking care of the house. They're rarely satisfied due to seeking happiness from outside sources. They're never going to be happy with anything. Yeah. They're never going to be happy with anything. If they work, oh, I'm tired of working. It's so hard. If they're at home, you won't help with the dishes enough. They're just not going to be happy until they find something to be unhappy about. Women aren't content until they find something to be discontent with. You got to understand that. If we had a daughter, oh gosh, here comes shaming language. I'd watch and could not save her. The emotional torture from the head of your high table. This isn't most men. I'm not saying these men don't exist. They do. And these are the men who get the most blowjobs. Because women say one thing, but their actions tell you another thing. They can't keep men like this dicks out of their mouth. Just can't do it. They don't have a problem keeping nice guy dicks out of their mouth, though. You don't find that to be a weird coinky dink? They can't get away from this abusive man, but they always find a way to get away from the sweet dork. That's strange. Or not even the sweet dork, even the sweet, handsome, competent man. They find a way to not get his dick in their mouth. They find a way to not take his dick in their mouth. But they always end up with this abusive man. They can't get away from him. She'd do what you taught her. She'd meet the same cruel fate. Oh, it's so cruel. So now I've got to run so I can undo this mistake. At least I've got to try. The capillaries in my eyes are bursting. If our love died, would that be the worst thing? Once again, why did you love him in the first place? Same old shit. I guess this is the hook. All day, everyday therapist, mother, maid, nymph, then virgin, nurse, and servant. I mean, that's kind of bars, though. I mean, I think it's bullshit what she's saying, but she's kind of spitting as far as just skill of the bars. Hold on. It's a all day, everyday therapist, mother, maid. I mean, it's called just being a decent human to your loved ones. It's called just, yeah, being there for your loved ones. Being a therapist, yeah, listening to your loved ones and trying to help them. Yes, being a mother, what's wrong? Is that a negative? It's not being a maid, it's called being a responsible adult that keeps a clean house, bitch. Nymph, then virgin. That doesn't even make sense. How are you a nymph and then virgin? I mean, I get it. You men want women to have sex good, but also be virgins. It's bullshit. Most men don't care. Most men would prefer to marry a virgin and will work on the sex game throughout the marriage. Yeah, men want nymphs for hoes that they run through and use for their body, and they want virgins for wives. It's not that complicated. Nurse and a servant. Decent people like serving their loved ones. Decent people like being of service to the people they love. You're just telling on yourself that you're a piece of crap. It's a burden to give your toddler a Band-Aid when they scrape their knee, you piece of shit. Or for your husband, the husband you said you love at one point, hurt himself and you nurse him back to health, and that's a burden? Because you're a bad person. You're not exposing the man, you're exposing yourself. Just an appendage just an appendage lived to attend him, so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine. If you're a 24/7 baby machine, how can he never lift a finger if he's paying for everything and you're a stay-at-home wife, you dingbat? How the fuck is he not lifting a finger when he's working full time to take care of the family, you fucking idiot? Like, oh my gosh. Like, obviously, I don't agree with these points. Obviously, I don't agree with these points, but can you at least make shit make sense? Can you at least make this shit try to make sense?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
What kind of shit is that?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas fire out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Gosh, I can't with this shit, folks. So he can live out his picket fence dreams. Okay, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. So he can live out his picket fence dreams. This don't sound like a picket fence. You sound like a cunt of a wife. I don't think that's what he had in mind. But anyway, let's go back. So what was your dream then, bitch? What did you think it was gonna be? What do women think having a family is gonna be? What do they think being a stay-at-home mom is gonna fucking be? I promise you, even men who help a lot, even men who work 12-hour shifts and still come home and help a lot, that bitch is still finding something to bitch about. I promise you. Men who do all the manly duties and help a lot with the woman duties, and she still finds something to bitch about. But you left the toilet seat up last night. Fuck you, bitch. You're a miserable bitch. It ain't me. You're the problem. You're internally misery. You're internally miserable, and you're always gonna be internally miserable. And you're not gonna gaslight me to think that it's because of me. That's all. That's what most women do. They're miserable people despite the circumstance, and they're gonna try to gaslight whatever man is in their life that he's doing something wrong to make them miserable. No, you're just a miserable demonic person inherently. And that's what this channel is about. So men can stop getting tricked that it's something they're doing. I'm not saying men are perfect, but that's not the reason women are miserable. Men aren't the reason women are miserable. And even if the man is a fucking demonic rapist abuser, she even when she leave him, she gonna find a reason to be miserable with the nice guy too. So the truth is, even when the man is a monster, he still ain't the reason why she's miserable. This is just the latest excuse of why she's miserable. He's the latest scapegoat of why she's miserable. And her father was before him. She was probably bitching at God before she was born. So back to this line. Back to this line. So he can live out his picket fence dream. So what was your dream? What is the ideal picket fence life? Because I would imagine you were looking for the fairy tale picket fence life too. So I would love to hear what does that look like in your mind? It's like the point of this song is he should be nicer and he should help more with household duties is essentially, I guess, the fix to all the things she's complaining about. He should fetch the water sometimes too. And like I just said, she would still find something. She would still say, "Well, you work too much. I mean, I know you helping me equally at home, but you still work too much." It's gonna be something. I don't like this restaurant. Yeah, you've been taking me out a lot since I brought that up, but I don't like the restaurant you taking me to. Okay, yeah, you taking me to the restaurants I like now, but when you gonna build me a new deck? I mean, I know you spending all this time working 12-hour shifts and helping me 50-50 with the homework, even though I don't work, but can you still build me a deck? When you gonna build that deck? Okay, you helped the dishes, you missed the spot. You see what I'm saying? Go back to that line. I mean, I think we pretty much got the gist of this song. But let's go back to this last line that she said. Hold on. It's facts, Sheila. Okay. Let's the world, Sheila. The world. That's what more you can want. And Mars too. And all the multiverses. But look, she says it's not an act of love if you make her. Okay, so I only love you when you do what needs to be done in the household when you feel like it. So I should never make you do it. The housework should just get done when you in the mood too. Can you imagine if men only went to work when they was in the mood too? Fucking society would collapse. Bitches living in la la land. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to be held to a strict standard on anything. They love this airy, fairy, gray area shit. The world don't run like that. The world run on numbers, consistency, getting up and doing what the fuck you gotta do. It's not an act of love if you make me. Can you imagine if men went to work and said that to their boss? Hey, bro, it ain't an act of love if you make me do this construction work. They gonna be like, if you don't get your faggot ass out there and get on that backhoe. I gotta make this part of my comedy routine. Oh my goodness. Let's just okay. Lord have mercy, y'all. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna get off here. Remember how others treat you as their karma, how you treat others as your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life ever. Keep your blood sugar and your blood pressure down to keep the reaper from coming around. Make sure you get your yearly checkup so Satan don't catch up. RB Sensei, out. Thanks, Sheila.